Contraband TV. Man, what that shit do, Contraband? Fresh off work. Y'all know I work overnights. Nigga tired. But hey, I got to give y'all this banger right here. This prison story banger. You feel me? So, I spoke on this white boy briefly on my prison story when I first, on my prison story it said High Desert Prison. When I first went to prison, he was up on the train with me going up, you feel me? So while we inside the holding tank, after we get our clothes and all that shit, you feel me? We sitting there chopping it up. It was me, Infant Block, Doggish, Carl ass still over there crying about his little pissing in public charge. The guards done scared him. He think he finna get stabbed up and all that, cause it's a decent exposure charge. You know what I'm saying? So he's over there scared, shaking his boots and shit. And there was another older white man that was up in there too, another Mexican and shit. You feel me? Besides the one that PC'd up, fresh inside the intake. He PC'd up fresh in intake. You know what I'm saying? So Infant Block and the white boy, they was inside boot camp together. I guess the white boy the Infant Block ended up leaving first. He just couldn't do it. I think he said he ended up getting into a fight, some shit like that. So they sent him back to the county. So when you young and you get sentenced to prison, sometimes they give you an option of boot camp. You know what I'm saying? To basically try to save you. Like, you ain't got to go to prison. You could do this boot camp time and you would be done with it. And I think they only get boot camp to like 18 to, I want to say like 23, 22. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Like probably 18 to 21 really. Yeah, I think it's 18 to 21 they give boot camp to. Anything from 21 to 25, you got to go to YOP. YOP is the Youth Offender Program. But I believe once you fuck up in boot camp and you get sent back to the county, because once you fuck up in boot camp, you gotta get sent back to the county to see what they gonna do. They gonna reduce your time. They gonna give you time served, or you know what I'm saying. If you're eligible for YOP, depending on what you got kicked out of boot camp for, you could be eligible for YOP. So we all chopping it up, and Infant Block, he asked the white boy, he like, hey man, well, you know what I'm saying, were they talking about the boot camp shit and how, you know what I'm saying, it was like the military and all that shit, and because they was in there together, but I believe they was on different units, you feel me? So Infant Block like, hey man, what you get sent back for or whatever? He like, man, I got into a fight. He like, got into a fight with another white boy, you know what I'm saying, beat the shit out of him and all that, and you know what I'm saying, boom. So Block like, well, what y'all get into it for type shit? He like, man, you know, he was being disrespectful towards blacks. No, they sent me scratching my head, Dog is scratching his head. You know what I'm saying? Even the old white man, he scratched his head. And the old white man, he wasn't that old, bro. At this time, I'm like 25. So the dude had to at least be 40, 41, early 40s. Like, you know what I'm saying? But to a 25-year-old at this time, that's old as fuck. But I'm 40 now, so I'm like, why be 40 in November? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking back on it like, damn, I was really calling that man old, and I don't feel old on some days when nigga wake up. Other days when nigga wake up or fresh off of work or at work, moving too much, boy, my age, I feel it. You feel me? So, he like fighting another white boy for disrespecting the blacks. What you mean? He like, man, he was, you know, saying the N-word and just being disrespectful and shit. He like, man, I fuck with blacks on the outs, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with blacks on the outs. Now this white boy, bro, I'm trying to see who he put you in the mind of. He put you in the mind probably of a young John Cena. You know John Cena when he was Mr. Thugonomics. I don't know if y'all watch wrestling or not, but everybody know who John Cena is. You feel me? John Cena is a white boy that you know, he like hip hop and shit like that, and he grew up in that culture, I'm guessing, you know what I'm saying? So that's why he took on the hip hop persona. But so this is what he remind you of. He just a little shorter, you know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, he's just a little shorter, you know what I'm saying? So we like, he was calling people niggers and all that. He like, nah, he wasn't really saying it to the blacks. He was just saying it amongst, you know what I'm saying, the little group that he was in or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, the group that he was in, you feel me? He was saying it amongst them, man. The young white boy said he had to check him or whatever. So we gonna call this white boy, I forgot dude's name, truthfully, but we gonna call this white boy John Cena. We gonna call him John Cena just for the fucking sake of the argument, you feel me? So little John Cena, he like, yeah, man, I ain't like that shit, bro. He like, I fuck with blacks in the house, bro. I got a black baby mama. Like, my daughter half black. So I'm not finna let nobody disrespect, you know what I'm saying, the blacks. And I fuck with the blacks in the house. All my homies black, you know what I'm saying? I listen to hip hop music and all that, you know what I'm saying? So Block, like, Infant Block, he like, man, that's cool or whatever, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, that you took up for niggas or whatever, man. That's straight. So the older white dude, he like, so what you gonna do once you hit the yard? And you know, they gonna press you, since you a white boy, they gonna press you to turn A-Dub. Now, A-Dub inside the Nevada State Prison is Aryan Warrior. They're not sanctioned by the ABs inside California. The ABs in California is called the Aryan Brothers. I believe the ABs is inside California, Colorado, Phoenix, Portland, you know, all that shit on the West Coast, Washington, you know what I'm saying, Utah maybe, shit like that. But when it comes to these prison gangs, bro, you got to get sanctioned. Like, yo, prison gang got to get sanctioned, or, you know, you gonna have to make up your own shit. And that's kind of what I like about, you know, some black gangs, or not some black gangs, but some gangs in Vegas, because they like, some of them don't want to follow California rules or other state rules, so they make up their own shit. And, you know, they be holding their shit down. They be riding or whatever, you feel me? That's just like it's a gang out here in Vegas called the Sanchucos. Northtown Sanchucos. The Sanchucos, from what I heard back when I went to prison, or even when I was coming up in the streets, you know what I'm saying, the Sanchucos, they're not Southsiders. From what I heard, since they're Northtown, from what I heard, the Sanchucos, they run with the Nortes, which is the Norteños. So from what I heard, that was a whole big old war up over that shit, and any Sanchuco that go to the Nevada State Prison, they automatically got to get locked down because it's more Sureños than it is them. They're a small hood from Vegas, you know, a small Mexican gang from Vegas, and they not sanctioned by the MA, which is the Mexican mafia who run this Sureños. Kind of like with the ABs out, with the A-Dubs out here, with the Aryan Warriors. They're not sanctioned by the prison gang, the ABs inside California. So they do their own thing, you know what I'm saying? But they got their shit structured, organized, all that shit. So the older white man, he like, man, I'm A-Dub. He tell him right off the bat, like, I'm A-Dub, and I know how this shit go. They gonna press you to turn A-Dub. Like, the John Cena, he like, man, I ain't nobody pressing me to do nothing. I'm a scrapper. I get down. Whoop, whoop. Like, man, I'm not doing none of that. Like I said, I run with the blacks, and my daughter half black, my baby mama black, my best friend black, let him tell it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, my best friend black, and I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not getting pressed to do anything I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? So the older white dude, he like, yeah. He gave him that look like, yeah, that shit sound good. That shit sound good, but it's a different story when you hit that yard, like, you know what I'm saying? So the white boy like, man, I'm gonna hold my nuts, and I'm not doing none of that, like, you feel me? So niggas like, okay, little white boy got a little hard on him, you feel me? So Once we leave intake and we go to the fish tank, I don't see him no more. Because it's two sides of the fish tank. You know what I'm saying? There's Unit A and Unit B. I believe I was in Unit A, if I believe, and they sent the white boy next door to Unit B. So I don't see him no more. I really forget all about the nigga. So it's like 2 months later, I say. Probably not even nice. It wasn't even that long. It was like a month later, we'd say. Man, I'm on the yard. You know, I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to lose some of this weight. Cause bro, I came to prison. I was like 285. Like I was damn near 300 pounds, bro. That was the biggest I ever been. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying to, as I used to say in prison, I'm trying to get Facebook ready. Yeah, I'm trying to get Facebook ready. I'm trying to get that 50 Cent body. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen all my uncles come out of prison beefed up, you know what I'm saying? On swole, you feel me? Where it be creatine or it be free weights, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas are swole. 9 times out of 10, it was creatine because 2-3 months later, them niggas in drop size. You know what I'm saying? They in drop size. 9 times out of 10 too, because they went back to what they was regularly doing, smoking, drinking. And when I say smoking, I don't mean no weed and no cigarettes, you feel me? I had some uncles that, and y'all gonna hear about them too inside these prison stories, because I ended up seeing a couple of them on the yard. So I had some uncles, man, that was real life crackheads and meth heads, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just keeping it real. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got uncles that was been gang banging since the 80s. A lot of our black people fall victim to that shit. You feel me? Especially back then. You feel me? And the habit just keep going. So I'm on the yard, bro. I'm getting this money. I got the bag wrapped around me, the little plastic bag and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there trying to lose weight. I'm trying to sweat it off. Boom, boom. I'm doing push-ups. I'm running on the yard and shit. So I forgot who I was working out with. I was working out with one of the homies though. And I end up, you know what I'm saying, like looking at the dip bar. Like, man, I wanna hit that dip bar. But I know my fat ass right now, bro, cannot pull myself up on this dip bar. But I'm a type of person, I just want to see where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see, you know what I'm saying, how much money I can get, how far I could, you know what I'm saying, pull up on that thing, you feel me? And the homie I was working out with, he like, come on, bro, I'll hold your legs. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, we in prison. That don't look right. Another nigga holding your legs while you do a pull-up. You feel me? To me, it make you look weak, make you look like a target. Because everybody here watching, everybody is inside the line. You know what I'm saying? Different races and shit. And one thing you don't want to look in prison is weak. You feel me? So I'm like, man, I don't know about all that. I was just going to get up there and see if I could, you know, do it myself. He was like, look, bruh. The homie like, look, bruh. Everybody do it, bruh. This is how you lose weight. Sometimes you need some little assistance. Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, it ain't going to be bad. You ain't going to get judged for it and nothing like that. I'm thinking in my head, like, nigga, I don't want it. It ain't the fact that I'm not tripping about you judging me. I'm tripping about one of these other races. If a riot pop off or anything like that, and one of these other races remember that, and they like, oh yeah, this nigga can't pull himself up on the dip bar. Let's get him first. You feel me? Even though when I came to the yard, every time I hit the yard, I had a knife on me. Every time I hit the yard, I'm not playing with nobody, no games, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? I bought an extra toothbrush just for that reason. You feel me? So we do a couple more sets, you feel me? We doing burpees. You know, we running around the small yard up on level 3. You know what I'm saying? We running around the yard. And I just keep looking at that dip part, bro. Like, man, I gotta try to tackle this motherfucker. So I tell old boy, like, yeah, my nigga, come on, let's go to the dip bar, you feel me? So we in line, because it's a line for the bar or whatever. We in line. And somebody behind me, a white boy, he like, man, I see they got you out here too. I'm like, what? I turn around, and at first I didn't remember him, you feel me? And I'm like, you know me, homie? He was like, yeah. We was in intake together. He's like, you don't remember me? And I'm looking at him. I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm like, John Cena? He like, yeah, man. Now when I seen him, bro, the reason why I didn't recognize him was because he didn't have that John Cena hair, that John Cena little fade, that John Cena ugly ass little military fade that John Cena be wearing, looking dumb as hell. He didn't have that, bro. In Intake, he had long hair. And, you know, it wasn't that long, but for white boys, it was long. You know what I'm saying? It didn't go to his shoulder or nothing like that, but you know the white boys be having they hair long and shit, you feel me? So he had that, you feel me? So when I seen him on the yard and he spoke to me, and when he spoke to me, bro, you could kind of tell that he said it low because he didn't want nobody to hear him. But when he spoke to me and I'm trying to figure out who he is, and I'm like, homie, you know me? He like, yeah, know you from Intake. I click like, oh shit, this the white boy that got the black baby mama and the half black daughter, you feel me? But the reason why I didn't recognize him was because he had his head shaved. Oh yeah, that thing was fully shaved. I'm talking about ski ball. I'm talking about so bald you could hook that boy. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker looking like Mr. Clean, bald head. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, I look him up and down. I'm like, what happened, my nigga? He like, there's somebody behind. I guess it was my turn for the dip bar. You feel me? So he like, man, I'll tell you later or whatever. You feel me? So I'm shaking my head, bro. And the homie like, man, you was in Intake with him? I was like, yeah, I came up with him, bro, up on the train coming up here. You feel me? The white boy, the homie, he hold my legs for me. And I didn't want to do it. But I'm like, fuck it. I just want to see where I'm at on the dip bar. You feel me? No, first I try it myself. You feel me? Before he even hold my legs, first I try it myself. I hop up there. Couldn't do it. You feel me? The homie like, he like, come on, bro, hop back up there. I got you. I'm gonna hold your legs and lift you up a little bit, and you know what I'm saying? You finna get this money. So he do that, you know what I'm saying? He lift a nigga up and shit. I pull up like 3 times, and like, that's all I could do. Even with him holding my legs, bro. That's all I can do. Nigga, I ain't never been this big before. So, me and the homie, we leave the dip bar, we go like to the side, and we do our little burpees and shit up on the little concrete part or whatever, you feel me? We do our little burpees and shit, and the white boy come over there, act like he doing burpees. He stand like next to us. But, you know, like 2 people in between, 2 people can fit in between us because, you know, his situation now. So I switched spot with the homie because he was on the homie side. So I switched spots with the homie so I can get closer so I can see what the fuck is going on. Because you was just talking all that big shit, nigga, inside Intake, saying ain't nobody gonna make you do nothing. Ain't nobody gonna pressure you to do nothing. You a scrapper. You take fades and all that shit. And look at you, boy. Look at you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, what happened, my nigga? Like, what happened? He like, man, he's like, bro, they forced me, bro. It was like, you know, they forced me to turn A-Dub, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like, once we got in the fish tank, I was in the fish. He's like, you see, I went to the fish tank with the older white boy or whatever, right? I'm like, yeah. He was like, my celly in the fish tank was a white boy. It was another white boy, but he was older, bro. He was like in his late 40s, and, you know, he was a high-ranking member of the A-Dubs. And, you know, he basically told me, like, bro, like, either you gonna turn A-Dub and you gonna do the rest of your time that you got good and without any problems or anything like that, like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, or if you don't turn A-Dub, we're gonna stab the shit out your ass. And every yard you hit out here, anything, we're gonna put a green light on you, and we gonna, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna fuck you up every time we see you. Like, so the white boy said, he like, damn, man. He like, man, I don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? And he said, man, this white boy was big. He said, big ass, swole ass white boy. You know what I'm saying? He said, and he had a knife inside the fish tank. I'm like, damn, how the fuck he get a knife in the fish tank? He like, man, they got a knife. He like, man, dude had a knife in the fish tank, bro. He's like, so he told me, like, I ain't got to choose now. You know what I'm saying? But once I hit the 3-yard, depending on what building I go to or whatever, like, you know, it's just going to be choosing time, bro. Or, you know what I'm saying? We gonna put about 100 holes in your ass, and you're going to do the rest of your time in the infirmary or somewhere. So I'm like, damn, bro, like, that's crazy. Like, he like, yeah, bro, I didn't want to turn, bro. He like, I'm not racist, bro, like I was telling you before. He's like, also, but I'm not stupid neither. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I knew I was outnumbered, bro. He's like, that white boy was so big. He had pub, bro. He was a high-ranking member. He like, I couldn't do shit. He's like, bro, he had so much pub to a point where a white guard used to bring him a cell phone every night. So I'm thinking in my head, like, nigga, we got cell phones. Not cell phones that we don't got, but we got they call it the little cordless phone. You know what I'm saying? He like, nah, bro, this a cell phone. He like, he bring a cell phone to our room every night, one of the white guards. He like, so that's how let me know that, you know, dude really tapped in, like, you know what I'm saying? I got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? So he said they kept pressing him, and right before he got out the fish tank, the white boy said that, the young white boy, John Cena, said that the older white boy, he was drugged, because the older white boy been there about a week before John Cena got there. So he telling them like 2-3 weeks later, he telling them like, hey, bro, my month finna come up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna get up out of here. I'm finna go to the yard. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, man, he was like, it's better for you to turn now to wait and hit that yard and turn. It's going to be way worse on you. He's like, if you turn fresh out the fish tank, while you in the fish tank, bro, I put word on the yard, bro. You good, and ain't nobody going to fuck with you. You feel me? Cool, y'all. I'm tired of them motherfucker, boy. Them overnights, boy. You whoop my ass. You feel me? So, he said he turned, bro. He said he turned. He said he didn't want to, but he turned. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he said, you know, so, you know, we leave that little spot because we can't stay there too long and talk. It's going to look obvious. You feel me? So, me and the homie, we do laps. I'm telling the homie about when I met him up inside intake and all that, and about how he was talking all this shit, saying he a scrapper, ain't nobody gonna do this, ain't nobody gonna do that, ain't nobody gonna make him turn, you know, he not racist, he fuck with the blacks, yah. Baby mama black, daughter half black, all the good shit, you feel me, that you gonna say in intake just to avoid the conversation or to make it seem like you a tough guy. Because a lot of these niggas make it seem like they're a tough guy until they hit that yard, and it's a whole different story. I'm telling you now. It's a whole different story. Boy. So, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You feel me? So me and my boy, we go back to, you know, we do laps, and we go back and do another set of 50 burpees. You feel me? I'm really trying to get this money. I'm doing 50 burpees, boy. Right now, I don't even think I can do 3 right now. I don't even think I can do 3 right now. But yeah, I'm doing 50 burpees though, man. I'm trying to get to it. So, you know, he make his way back up over there and shit. And he like, man, crazy thing about it is, bro, he like, before I turned, bro, I asked him like, is it cool to have a black baby mama? And my kid is half black. And they assured me that it wasn't, you know, I could still talk to my baby mama. I can still, you know what I'm saying, take care of my daughter, all that shit. You feel me? But that's intake, though. And that's what dude told him. Because dude, you know, people understand this power in numbers, bro. Especially a high-ranking member of the A-dubs like him. You tell his power in numbers, you feel me? So when he come back up over there and shit, he like, man, the fucked up part about it is, bro, once I turned and I got out the fish tank, and he was like, yeah, you know, I'm in the unit right next to you, which is A. He like, as soon as I turned and I got in the fish tank, bro, they told me I couldn't even talk to my kid no more because she was half black, and I couldn't talk to my baby mama no more because she was full black. He like, bro, they on some racist shit. Me and the homie looking like, of course, nigga. Like, nigga, what the fuck? You thought they was just gonna be cool? with, you know what I'm saying, with you being a white boy and you kind of thugging and you dress black, you damn near talk black, bruh. You got a black baby mama, your best friend black, your daughter half black. Bro, you really thought that they was gonna be okay with that? Like, come on, bruh. Like, you really thought that you was finna get away with that, bruh. He like, man, I explained the situation to him, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not racist or anything like that. Ain't about my daughter. He said, man, if he said they don't care about none of that, bro. He said, they said, while you're in prison, you are one of our brothers. We don't give a fuck about none of that. And you ain't finna call no black bees, you know what I'm saying, you ain't finna call no black bees up in here, bro. Why you up in here, period? And I'm saying, we gonna stab the shit out your ass. So I'm like, damn, bro. So they won't even let you visit your daughter, or they won't even let you call. Fuck a visit. They won't even let you call your BM, call and talk to your daughter. None of that. Like, he like, man, they said I can't do none of that, bro. He like, man, this shit. He like, I'm surprised I see you out here. He's like, I've been out here. He's like, I come out here just to clear my mind. You know what I'm saying? Get away from shit. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm telling him, I'm like, it took me a minute to get out the fish tank because of my classification for the gangs. Hey, I'm like, but shit, yeah, I'm always out here though, bro, yard. You know what I'm saying? I always come to the yard. Like, he like, all right, for sure. I'm gonna see you next time, bro. Thinking in my head, like, no, you not, nigga. I don't even wanna see you next time, bro. But then again, at the same time, bro, he a cool ass white boy, bro. So that's why it threw me off, like I believe the shit he was talking in the fish tank, like, especially nigga said he got sent out of camp for fighting and for, you know, taking up for, you know, people using that N word with the hard ER and you know that monkey word, you know what I'm saying? All that shit, bro. Like, so I'm thinking in my head, like, dude, the rider, like, till I seen that shaved head and I knew, like, man, this nigga's a bitch, bro. This nigga's a bitch, bro. Cause ain't no body finna tell me I can't call my kid, my child. Cuz it's going down, my nigga. It's going down. You might as well get shit ready right now, cause I'm finna terrorize something, boy. I'm finna terrorize this motherfucking prison, and I'm finna terrorize whoever said I can't talk to my kid, bro, just because she half black and I'm white. So, or my baby mama for that matter, like, you know what I'm saying, she black, you feel me? So he like, yeah, man, he come over there, he tell me that. And I'm like, damn, bro, they said you can't talk to your kid? That's fucked up, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so how long you think you're gonna be on level 3 for? He's like, bro, to keep it honest with you, I might not even see the 1-2 yard. He like, I might go straight to motherfucking, to level 5, you feel me? I'm like, go straight to level 5 for what? He like, cuz, bro, I can't do it, bro. I ain't talked to my kids since I've been in here. I ain't talked to baby mama. She write me letters. I can't even write her back because the dude, the high-ranking dude, you know what I'm saying, he on my helmet, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, brother, that's unfortunate, like, you feel me? So they recall yard and shit. We go back in, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there doing my thing. Then I'll start playing chess or spades with somebody, you know what I'm saying, just to pass the time. So, well, we got yard 3 times a week, I believe, morning, afternoon, and then they just start the night yard at night before I left. But this is just morning and noon for right now on certain days. So the next time we come out for yard, this shit like a week later, I want to say. I want to say a couple days later, but then again, I want to say a week later too. Sake of the argument, we're going to go with a week. So a week later, like, you know what I'm saying, and we go back to yard, same routine, bro. I'm out there, bag strapped around me, getting that money, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm getting that money like K-Mac did, you feel me? Yeah, man, I'm trying to do that 110 workout, that 110 freeway workout, baby, you feel me? Y'all shout out to my cousin too, man, K-Mac TMI, man, Touch Money, man. You already know, man. Touch Money Incorporated, man. Y'all go follow his shit, man. Also go follow Insane Talk, boxing, NBA, and all that good stuff too, my boy Rab. He got some real good shit going on over there. So, Next time we on yard, you know, so I do my known routine. Getting that money. I ain't even looking at that dip bar, though. That motherfucking dip bar. I ain't ready for it, but I'm gonna get ready for it for sure. So I'm in my normal spot. Normally is where we doing these burpees at. Normally they do wall ball right there. I got a whole nother story about that weird ass shit too. But normally they do the little wall ball right there, with the little ball, the little blue ball, and people smacking and all that. But today, for some reason, ain't nobody doing it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really did it in the last week. You feel me? So that's why we've been able to be in the shade and right up under that wall and, you know what I'm saying, just chill. So the white boy, bro, like I said, it's like a week later. So the white boy, he come up to me. Well, he didn't come up to me, but he stand by me, act like he working out, and he chopping it up with me. He like, hey, man. It was like, can you do me a favor? I was like, a favor? I was like, nigga, why? I'm like, bro, I fuck with you and all, bro, but you made your bed, bro. You got a lie in it, bro. Like what type of favor you want me to give you, bro? What kind of favor can I give you? And we both locked up in prison right now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you just turned Aryan Warrior, and I'm a Crip, nigga. So what can we do, bro? He like, look, man, I understand, you know what I'm saying, that you might be disappointed in me, you know what I'm saying, for turning, you know what I'm saying? He was like, but at the end of the day, bro, I had to do what I had to do to survive. And I fully understand that. Bro. You know what I'm saying? But I would have went out fighting, bro. I would have went out fighting like a motherfucker, like, you feel me? So he like, do me this favor. I'm like, man, what favor can I do for you? He like, I'm gonna pass you my baby mama number. He like, I just need you to call her for me, bro, and tell her everything gonna be okay. But I had to break my promise, and I will not be home in 9 months. So I'm like, what? Man, what you got going on, bro? Like, he tell me, he like, first, bro, tell me yes or no if you gonna do it for me, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'll call her. I'm like, you got the number? He like, yeah, I got it in my pocket. He's like, I'm gonna take it out of my pocket, put it in my hand, like I'm working out, and I'm gonna leave it right there, like, you know what I'm saying? He like, you come over here and get this money with a switch, and you pick it up or whatever. So why, you know what I'm saying, he doing all that, I'm like, bruh, like, how did you get yourself, I'm like, bro, what do you mean, like, you gotta break your promise to be in, man, you ain't gonna be out in 9 months and all that, like, he was like, bruh, I can't take it no more, bruh. He was like, I can't, my nigga. He didn't say my nigga, but that would've been wild if he did, huh? Nah, he like, I can't take it no more, bruh. He's like, you know, he taking off. He's like, the dude I'm in cell with, the dude that got high rank, you know, fresh out the fish tank, they put him in the same cell. Like a week later, when they had new intake come in, first they have people that's in the hole, you know, come to the come to the unit first. And then once the unit get full, then they start giving them for cots and shit to sleep out in the day room, type shit, you feel me? So I'm like, bro, what is you on, bro? He like, I can't take it no more, bro. He's like, man, they won't let me talk to my baby mama, bro. I be trying to call her and shit. One of them come and hang the phone up on me and all that. Said we ain't doing that shit up over here and all that. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you going through it, my nigga. Like, he like, but don't trip, bro. I got a plan. I'm like, what's the plan? Like, he like, I'm finna crash out. He said it just like that. He like, man, I'm not doing that, bruh. He like, man, I'm finna crash out, bruh. Somebody gonna feel me, bruh. For real. So I tell him, I'm like, bruh, you might want to think about this. You might want to think about this, bruh. He like, what is it think about, bruh? He's like, they forced me to join. I don't want to join. I'm not racist. They keep trying to get me to be racist. You know, he like, they sit up and he's like, man, I ain't want to say too much, bro, because I might fuck around and start a war. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, anything you say, I'm already knowing. They're Aryan Warriors, bro. I'm like, come on, man, this nigga, they racist, bro. Like, I think we all understood that at this point. I don't understand why you didn't see it when the fuck you told him you would join. You should have crashed out then. The fuck, like. So he like, yeah, I understand, bro. He like, but I'm finna crash, bro. I'm finna do it. Like, soon as we go back to the unit, soon as you say that you can, you know what I'm saying, you gonna call my bad mama and shit, he's like, I'm gonna crash out, bro. I'm gonna do it. So mind you, they in a different unit than us. We share the same yard because I think I'm in A and he in B, or some shit like that. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, bro, I do it for you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because, you know what I'm saying, you already said in the fish tank, bro, you was a cool ass nigga, man, in the fish tank, not the fish tank, but inside intake, and you gonna lie, niggas believed you, bro. Niggas believed that you weren't gonna get punked into, you know what I'm saying, turning or anything like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I seen you with the bald head, bro, shit, man, I felt bad, bro. Like, damn, bro. Like, not this nigga that turned on this type shit. Like, you feel me? He like, nah, it wasn't even like that, bro. He like, it just wasn't like that. They threatened my life, and I'm just trying to make it home, bro. I got 9 months left, bro, and I'm just trying to make it home. I'm like, well, if you do this shit, then, bro, it's a possibility that your ass might not be coming home right away. He's like, no, that's why I told you to tell my girl that, you know what I'm saying, I apologize, and I might not be coming home, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, man, I'll do it. You feel me? I'm like, but only gonna do it on one condition. He like, what's that? I'm like, I'm not calling her until after you crash out. After you crash out is when I'll call her, bro. I'm like, cause right now, bro, I don't believe you, bro. I think you just trying to save your face with me, bro. Like, but other than that, bro, I really don't believe you, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, I feel that. He's like, yeah, man, as soon as they recall the yard and shit, go back in there, I'm finna do my thing. I'm like, hey, don't talk about it, nigga. Be about it. Drop by and bust heat about it. The front page, you will read about it. You feel me? That's a little Mac 10. Y'all don't know nothing about that Mac 10. So I get his girl info and shit. You feel me? I put it in my pocket and shit. I continue my workout. He continue his workout. I really ain't gotta say nothing to say to cuz though. Really, bro. I'm just trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, pass time, man. But now I'm thinking in my head, like, damn, is this nigga really finna do it? So as soon as they recall yard, bro, we go in the unit, and some niggas lined up to take showers inside my unit, you feel me? There's like 3-4 people ahead of me or whatever. I been out there sweating, got that bag on me and shit. You feel me? That Glad trash bag. I had that Glad trash bag on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so we go back inside the unit and shit, bro. Some niggas, you know what I'm saying, it's a long line for the shower. So I'm sitting there with all my little shower shit, you know what I'm saying, and my shower shoes, you feel me? Cause no shower shoes on the tier. That's a rule, bro, especially for the blacks. No shower shoes on the tier. You don't know what might crack off, and nigga, we might need you, and you in fucking shower shoes, bro. You can't find shower shoes. And I know some of you barefoot pookie ass niggas out there gonna be like, shit, nigga, I'm fighting barefoot and all that. I'm from the country. But I'm just saying, bro, in prison, bro, them floors is nasty and all that, bro. And then if it pop off up on the yard, then you got rocks and all that shit inside your shit, bro. Like, that shit not fun, bro. So we go in the unit and shit, and I'm sitting there with my shower shit, and I think I started playing either 21. No, not 21. I start playing Casino. Anybody been to prison know about that card game Casino. Nigga, Casino the shit. So I start playing Casino with somebody. Right when I'm about to get in the shower, old boy, whoever in the shower, like, hey, you next or whatever. Because sometimes you got to tell a nigga, like, hey, I'm after you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right when he come out the shower, he tell me, like, hey, you next, bro. All you see is you hear a gang commotion. Inside the next dorm, you heard a gang commotion, and the guard went from one bubble to another. She looked like you could hear her instantly call the code, bro. So I'm like, damn, I gotta hurry up and get in the shower. So I hurry up, get in the shower, got the water on, and like 2 minutes later, bro, that's when she say, emergency lockdown, y'all hurry up, emergency lockdown. Man, I'm in the shower though, like, you feel me? So I get out the shower, I'm drying off and shit. Ain't no guard in our tier. In our tier, all the guards is next door. But as I'm drying off, you feel me? I see him bring the little white boy out, bruh. John Cena. I see him bring John Cena out. And from the looks of it, he had his shirt off, and you can see blood on his body, bruh. Like, it wasn't a lot, but you can tell. Y'all, I don't know if y'all ever pistol whipped a nigga, stabbed a nigga, man. But if you hit a nigga in that right spot, if you jug a nigga in that right spot, the neck or the side or anything like that, bro, blood gonna start squirting, you feel me? So it looked like the blood got on the boy a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, not much, but they had him in handcuffs and all that. And you can tell, bro, when, you know what I'm saying, somebody gets stabbed. And the only reason why I see him is because I'm looking towards the sally port. You feel me? The sally port is that space that's in between the main door and the yard. So it's like a little space right there that probably hold about, I say, 20 people. 20 people can stuff their ass up in there or whatever. Feel me? I had to learn early when the homie told me, you know what I'm saying? Never get on that first train when it's full, or inside the sally port when it's full. You feel me? And if you do get in the sally port and the gang of people start coming in, hold your back against the wall, bro, and just start swinging. So I always remembered that, though. Like, damn, okay, this nigga, they ain't took this nigga to the, they ain't brought this nigga in Sallyport, and they put him on his knees and shit and all that. And then that's when they bring his celly out. Celly was a big-ass, buff, white dude. Now, when they bring his celly out, he holding his neck and shit like this. And shit, he holding his neck, and I think the guard was holding his side. From the looks of it, man, it seemed like the white boy done stabbed that boy like 3 times, bruh. Like, I guess he wasn't playing. He really was trying to crash out. He said he couldn't do it no more, like, you feel me? I understand, like, you feel me? I understand, like, bro, you got black baby mama, your kid black. Y'all begged me to join, but y'all really manipulated me. I fall for it, and I tell you that, hey, is this going to be a problem? My black baby mama going to be a problem? Am I black? Am I have black kids? That's going to be a problem for y'all? And y'all flat out say no. No, that would not be a problem. But then once I get to the unit, to the yard and all that, y'all telling me it is a problem. I would have crashed out too, bro. Crashed out. So I had a boy from Donna, my nigga Slim C. He was in that unit over there. So I say like 2 days later when we come to yard, I end up asking Slim C, like, hey, cuz, what happened in your unit? Even though I already know what happened, but I won't play by play of what happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, that little white boy, bruh. That little white boy flipped out and then started stabbing his celly. He was like, man, he hit that boy like a good 5-6 times. I'm like, damn, I only seen him holding his neck and holding his side. He's like, that's because that's the only side that y'all seen. He was like, if you would seen the other side of him, they put like little patches on them on the other side before he even, before they brought him out or whatever. I'm like, damn. I was like, man, I came up with that white boy, man. He was like, you came up with him? I was like, yeah, I came up on the prison train with him. He's like, oh. I was like, yeah, man, I'm surprised that John Cena crashed out like that. Like, he was like, yeah, man, but from the words of it, boy, his celly, man, was on some freaky dicky, Diddy freaky 69 God shit. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, man, from what people say, he was touching on that boy. I'm like, nah, he wasn't touching on the boy. The boy seemed like he wasn't going for that. He's like, man, you know how this prison shit is, man. Motherfuckers say they not going for that until they go for that. I'm like, damn, that would make sense. Like, he lied and told me that they wouldn't let him talk to his daughter. They wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, let him interact with his baby mama because his baby mama black and all that. But that makes a lot more sense when you say it like that. Like, he had a real life motive to unalive the boy because shit, he felt like, nigga, you playing with him, like, you feel me? And the old boy didn't die. He didn't get unalived or nothing like that. From what I heard, they sent his ass, not from what I heard, from what I seen, because I ended up being in the same prison with him. They sent his ass to across the desert. To across the street to Southern Desert. And then they sent the white boy to Ely. This time, Ely was max. So any stabbing, anything you do like that, your ass gets sent to Ely. And I hope he knew that in Ely, he was going to have to do way more fighting than he did when he was with out here in the high desert. You feel me? So, yeah, man, that's the story of the little white boy John Cena, man. Crashed out, man. Contraband TV, I'm out this bitch. Like, comment, and subscribe for me, man. Hey, that part 2 on the way, too. Part 2, premiere, 1 o'clock. So if you ain't already been laced up for it, if you already ain't heard part 1, y'all hit part 1 before part 2, man. Contraband TV, I'm out this bitch.